Hey guys, what's up? My name is Kim, also known as IELTSGirl3. This is Kim and the Crease podcast number 92. Thank you guys for stopping by, whoever's back in here. I really do appreciate it. I have a lot to talk about. We missed last week. Tired. Just missing schedules left and right. And if you didn't see it on Discord, I did an update on Discord. My laptop had to be updated. I couldn't do a lot of functions on my laptop last week. I was having a lot of problems with it. And then I figured out that I had to update it to the newest version. That took 4 hours with Apple support because to update it, I needed to open the App Store. And the App Store wouldn't open. So that was 4 hours with Apple service. And then the update itself changed a lot of things on the Mac. So that was a whole process. So I'm sorry things are late. I know I'm working to get the Colorado vlog out for you guys. I promise it's coming. But yeah, I know. I hate it's on everyone's mind today. It's the thing that everyone's talking about. Trade deadline day. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Everyone is so disgusting on trade deadline day. Like, absolutely disgusting. You can say whatever you want to people on trade deadline day. Fan to fan or other fan to other fan. I hate trade deadline day. People, I was doing the refresh for a while. But around 2 o'clock-ish, I actually put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Because even Islanders fans were saying was just got so disgusting that I actually put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And I updated myself later on of what happened. Because I just did not care to look at my phone. Just mentally. It's disgusting what some people say. Honestly. So as you guys know, the Islanders stood pat this trade deadline. We did not make any moves. And we ended up extending Cal Clutterbuck and Zach Parise. Now, I know a lot of people are mad about Cal Clutterbuck's extension, and I see a lot of, at least, happy things about Zach Parise's. With Cal Clutterbuck's, it's a 2-year extension at $1.75 million per, and with Zach Parise's, it stays at the league minimum for 1 more year at around $800K. It's the second year in a row when the Islanders did not make a trade. No, Oliver, it is not. We traded for Kyle Palmieri, I believe, around trade deadline day last year. I believe we got Travis Zajac and Kyle Palmieri last year. But if you notice, just mood-wise, I'm not in the greatest. I'm gonna be honest with you guys in this podcast. I'm not in the greatest headspace. I'm not. I'm gonna be honest and truthful with you guys. I hate trade deadline day. People get so disgusting on trade deadline day. Honestly. You have one different opinion, and people get disgusting. And let's be honest and clear with you guys. I am an optimistic fan, and people don't like that. I'm happy Clutterbuck stayed. Here's the thing. We're not Lou. We don't know what other teams offered up for Cal Clutterbuck. We don't know. That's the thing. Okay, did they offer up a 4th or 5th rounder? Okay, here's the thing. They're like, oh, loose and pat. We could have got something for Cal Clutterbuck. Meanwhile, we could have got maybe watch. It would have been Cal Clutterbuck for a 5th rounder, and then they would have been like, yo, Lou got fleeced. Is he stupid? Now we just lost Cal Clutterbuck for a 5th. Like, they would not be happy either way. Like, something like that. Like, it just, these are the same people. I was talking about this with my friends. Even if we won the Stanley Cup, these would be the same people who would still complain, even if we won the Stanley Cup. They'd be like, well, we could have won it 2 years earlier if we did this. We could have won it 2 days earlier if we did. Shut up. It is what it is. Deal with it. You're not Lou. I get you're mad at him, but shut up and don't take your anger out and aggression towards other fans. Done. That's where I draw the line. Do not take your anger out towards other fans. Do not take it out and be rude to your fellow fan. That's where I get mad. The shit I see spewed fan to fan is disgusting. How dare you? I had shit spewed to me. I saw shit spewed to other fans. Don't you dare. It's trade deadline day. Go out and touch some fucking grass. It's a game. It's hockey. As much as I love hockey and as much as I love the Islanders, I'll live. Christ. And guys, I'm not a GM. This isn't my specialty. Trades and, if someone got fleeced, it isn't my specialty. It's not what I do. I'm not over here, breaking like Kevin Weeks. Although the memes today were hilarious. I'm not over here breaking, trades, and I'm not Dregger, you know what I mean? Chill. It's not my job, it's not my place. I'm happy to see Cal Clutterbuck back. I am. Fight me. He is such an underrated player. And he really gives his all on the ice. And you know what? I'm a fan first. Here's the thing, guys. I'm a fan. And I'm just a fan, and I'm a fan with my whole heart. So here's the thing. I love my players. When they stay, I'm happy. If Clutterbuck got traded, it is what it is. I would be sad. But if they end up staying, I'm going to be happy about it. Here's where I have to think about the business side of it. Do I know what the trades were for Cal Clutterbuck? No. Lou's not going to let anything slip of what the possible trades were going to be for Cal Clutterbuck. If we could have gotten a possible second or third for Cal, that would have been sweet. It would have been sweet. I don't know what we could have possibly got. And even Varlamov. It sucks because even Varley, he's a fantastic goaltender. He stands on his head for us. It's tough. I don't know what we could have gotten for them. It sucks, and it clears cap space, which I know is a big portion of this. Something that a lot of people are talking about is, clearing Varlamov and Cal Clutterbuck is clearing cap space. It's not the best deadline day, and you know what, Marcus, and we're talking about that. He stood pat. But what were the trades offered to him? Were they stupid, dumb trades like other teams? You see, like, Steve Yzerman with the Leddy trade. They're like, oh, Stevie Y fleecing the Blues. Well, I don't want to be fleeced. We're going to take a dumb trade just to make a trade? No. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know. That's the problem. I don't know what was going on with Varley. I don't know what was going down. I honestly don't. Apparently there was a big thing with Edmonton wanting him, obviously with Edmonton, but that's what I don't know. And obviously we weren't going to go for, is it Chychrun? Did I get his name right? I always screw up his name. I heard Varlamov rejected. Well, he has a moderated no trade clause. So he has that right. He has a moderated no trade clause too. So Varley also has that in his contract too. I think it was for Edmonton, actually, that moderated no trade clause, and he said no. But, with Chychrun, I believe, but fucking Arizona wants an arm and a leg for him. Yo, Kyle, thank you so much. I appreciate you. But Arizona wants an arm and a leg for this D-man, and it's not gonna happen. I also don't have the pieces to go big game hunting. No, but Ricky, even for like a guy like Chychrun, Arizona wants too much, and it's like so stupid. That's why no team went after him. It's because they're like no team's stupid enough to give Arizona all those pieces. Like Arizona, they made smart moves by getting all these picks to get rid of contracts, but they got greedy. Now they're getting stupidly greedy. The big question mark is going to be the offseason. Oh, by the way, I have a Snapple. No problem, Harry. By the way, and I'll be talking about that Prince chicken wings, but I have a Snapple, so let's get the Snapple fact of the day for you guys. No word in the English language rhymes with month. Now you know. Month is up there with orange. It's going to be interesting. This off-season is going to be... Here's the thing. And I was listening to some people. They think just because we stood pat at this deadline that the Islanders are done. They think that we're just done as a team. That this is it. The Islanders are exploded. We're done. We have nothing. And this is where I think it gets a little ridiculous. To think just because we stood pat at a trade deadline that the Islanders as a team that we're done. I think that's a little ridiculous. Hey, what's up, guys? But yeah, I just think it gets a little ridiculous at that point to say that the Islanders are just a done deal team, that we need to rebuild. Like, calm down. Calm down. How can the Islanders realistically improve over the summer? No prospects and no cap room. That's gonna be the problem, Ricky. It's just how can we improve? Is there going to be some trades this summer? That's gonna be the question. But to say that we're done is a little ridiculous. But you're saying no prospects. Don't know what you're talking about there. I'm excited to see like someone like Atu Ratu possibly come over. Can we see the panda? If you want me to turn my camera, I guess. There's the panda wall. I'll keep it up for a little bit. Hey, Sports Geeks, thanks for the one. It's going to be interesting. I have to take a little bit closer look at the Islanders cat friendly. And thank you for making Barry Trotz a very happy man, by the way, Sports Geeks. LA Lou, thank you for the 5, too. Says, why is there hockey in Arizona? It's a desert. It's like playing beach volleyball in Alaska. What's up? Why is there hockey in Arizona? And thank you for making Barry Trotz a very happy man. You know what? They have a market, too, if they move it in the state of Arizona. They do have, like, if they move it. But, yeah, it's not doing too well in Arizona right now, LA Lou, actually. You think Nick Leddy returns? I don't know about that, Windy City. Here's the thing Lou said. He said, interesting enough, that we're looking for another D-man. Obviously, we're going to lose Chara. I don't think Chara plays another season. The fact that people are like, oh, we're going to re-sign Chara. Chill. I think he retires after this year. Chara and Andy Green both said to Lou that they had no interest in going to another team. Lou said he would trade them if they had an interest in going to another team or a contender. So he would trade them if they wanted to. They put that they had no interest. Sports Geek, so you don't have to do that, man. It's all voluntary, but thank you. I appreciate it. But, so that was that. The Varley situation, I think with the moderated no trade clause, the Edmonton situation, I think he said no. But here's the thing, and Lou said about it too, is that Sorokin and Varley have such a connection right now. Windy City, that would be wonderful if Chara signed a one-day contract with the Bruins to retire. That would be wonderful. I would love if he did that. Massachusetts is his home, and the Bruins is where he won a cup. It would make sense. But with with Sorokin and Varley, they have had such a connection. As an Islanders fan, you see it after games. After this recent win against Dallas, when I was at home at UBS, you see them hug each other. And there is such a connection between the two. And you know what? It makes sense. I mean, Varlamov speaks fluent Russian. And he's there for Sir. I mean, I can't imagine going myself. Let's say it was if I was like a Sorokin, and I went to Russia, and I couldn't speak a lick of Russian. Well, I can't speak a lick of Russian. And having someone there who spoke fluent English, who was there for me, who understood my situation to be a goaltender in that league, to take me under their wing, and I can understand why they've clicked. And Varlamov's there for him. And you see it every single game how much they love each other. They are brothers. And I think they've wanted to keep that intact for now. And it's understandable. And look at how Sorokin has thrived. Sorokin has thrived. You want to talk about thriving? How about everyone who showed up to that Islander Ranger game that I did recently with Jordan? How that Sorokin save on Panarin. Oh my god. 1 year left on his Varlamov's contract to Windy City. That diving save backwards, and that was not just any save. Diving backwards, he put his arm up, seeing the puck coming. He has thrived, and if that doesn't win Save of the Year, nothing deserves to win. Like, I don't know how you don't call that Save of the Year. That save has its own commercial. It's exactly Miranda. Miranda, that's what I'm talking about. He has thrived with Varlamov. They are there for each other, and it's helped him grow here. And you can see how it has helped. And so it's like sometimes no moves is not always horrible. It's just I don't know. It's just this ideology that you have to make a move at the deadline or you're a loser. And I get it. We want to make moves. We want to make the team as best as possible, make as many moves and, beef up the team and so to speak. And I understand that. Absolutely. We've seen a spark in this team recently. We've seen a spark in this team recently that I haven't seen in a while. But again, we've had a schedule where we finally the Islanders have had consistency. We've had lines that have been sticking together. Trotz hasn't switched lines up. We've had consistency. That's the key word there. And we finally see some Islanders, we've finally seen these Islanders finally come to a point. Oh my god, Thomas Boyle with the 10. Thank you for making Barry Trotz a very happy man. He said, I truly believe with a good summer, the Islanders could compete for a cup year. So that's what I'm saying, Thomas. But it has to be a very, very good summer. This is where Lou is on the damn hot seat. And I will agree with the naysayers there. Lou is on a hot seat this summer. He is. This is going to be very difficult. He's going to have to move some pieces. He's gonna, we need to free up cap space. Yeah, Ricky, this is what we need to free up cap space. That's the problem. Obviously, we have pieces we have to move, and this is gonna be the difficult part. I'm gonna have to look at cap friendly. I haven't had time as of today. I've been working, but we need to move pieces, and my first target, always, is Philip Forsberg. As you know, he was talking about doing an extension, but he was not signing today. And he was not getting done today with the Nashville Predators. Which, to me, as, outside the organization, is a beautiful sign that he's still not signing with Nashville. Obviously, Nashville still wants this time to possibly work out a deal with Philip. But if we could bring Forsberg here and just go for it, that'd be awesome. But we need to free up cap space. Is the cap going up this summer? I'm not sure, Thomas. I'm not quite sure. Hi from the Avs game. Hi, Jordan. Hi, Taylor. Yeah, they're at the Avs game watching the Oilers and Avalanche game right now. Hi, Tyson. What type of deal do you think Dobson will get this summer? Is Dobson... That's going to be tough. Because he's a piece. He's definitely a piece we need to keep. House currently have less than $3 million of cap space. Yeah, David, that's something we need to work out. Will they deal Varley this summer? That's a question. Will they deal Varley this summer? Because technically it's going to be just 1 year left after this. Windy City Hockey with the 5. The Islanders had a hard schedule to start the Islander season. Tell me about it. I know. That's what cost the season for them. Windy City, there are so many extraneous reasons of what you could say cost the Islanders this season. It was the start of the season having 1 game per week because we had to wait for the opening of UBS. Then COVID hit us in a wave. We were one of the first teams to have COVID hitting us. And thank you for making Barry Trotz a very happy man. We had COVID hit us, which we had 10 players out at one point. Taylor. Thank you, Taylor. But there's just so many reasons. And then after that, after we lost like 5-7 games because of that, we could get nothing going. There was no time for our players, these new players, to get into the groove of the game, to get consistency with this team. And then also for Barry Trotz to find his lines. The cap is going up 1.5 million. Thank you, Wendy. It was a lot this season for the Islanders. We had a lot going. Some team to take either of those guys. Honestly, Ricky, it wouldn't be hard. Honestly, if I had to trade one, I'd probably trade Pageau over Palmieri. Palmieri has been on fire recently. Pageau has kind of been stagnant, sadly. It's kind of been hard with Pageau. He's had rotating wingers with him. So Pageau really hasn't been having a lot of point production this year. Palmieri, for some reason, Trotz sat down with him and he's been on fire. He needs more kids. That's what everyone's been saying. That Palmieri needs to have more kids, and he'll just keep producing. Oh my gosh, shut up, Taylor. You guys are awful. I hate you guys. Dark days have returned. But yeah, it's going to be tough. This is going to be a tough offseason for Islanders fans. But when it comes to cup rebuilding and going for it, it has to be tough. Will Lou do it is the question. Here's the thing. Lou has the same heart as I do. And that's why so many people hate him. And that's why so many people hate me. So there you go. But Lou has the same heart that I do. And I think he falls in love with his players and, respects his players. That, you work for our team like people shitting on Zdeno Chara. He works his butt off day in and day out for this team. Does an amazing play. And after the game, people just still shit on him. After he just worked his butt off for you. And it was Scott Mayfield who let in 2 goals. But no, still shit on Zdeno Chara. I don't get it. I get he's old, and it's an easy scapegoat. But when you have these players, they are working their asses off for your colors every single night. Put some respect on their damn name. Unless they're blatantly disrespecting your colors, doing something stupid. Why are you going after them if they've done nothing wrong? I'm a Devils fan. He falls in love and overpays for his players. I feel Ricky. Yeah, I understand. Palms never should have been signed. You know what, Ricky? The Palms contract, and I definitely overfeel. Palms is a definite overpayment. I feel that. I definitely feel that. That's the thing about Lou. He feels for his players. That's his thing. That's why I always say to you guys, I will never and could never be a GM. I could never be a GM. Knowing these people, their families, I could never. I love these players too much. I am a fan first. That's why I let the GMs be GMs and just do their thing. Because trading a player, even playing NHL, I can't do it. Guys, even playing be a GM on NHL, I can't even trade them. That's how bad I am with this stuff. That's how much I'm like, don't make me answer that question. Because I can't give you, I won't give you the answer you're looking for. I can't do it. I think Varley is going to go this summer. And I've been saying that all year, though. I think they're going to keep Varley for now. I think they're going to keep Varley for now just to keep him with Sorokin. But I think Varley's gone this offseason. Which, again, kills my heart. Like, I don't like saying that. I fall in love with my players, guys. And it's funny because a lot of people are like, don't you hate Varley? He replaced Leonard. It's not Varley's fault. Flurry fans. Ooh, okay. Do you feel the Islanders should retool or rebuild? Retool. I feel like they should retool. There's no reason for a full-out rebuild with this team. I don't feel like that they're at that point yet. They're not at that point yet. Soon, maybe, but I feel like they just need an honest retool right now, and I still believe in that they just need an honest retool in this team. I do not feel like they need a full rebuild. I was in a fantasy hockey league and I didn't trade any players because boss person, I'm the same way, boss person. Whoever I pick, they're mine. I ain't trading them. I'm the same way, boss. That's how I am. I'm not a GM. And I never will be. Varley for Leonard. Again, it's like, because I've fallen in love with Varley now, but to have Leonard back on the Islanders any day. I just wish Leonard was healthy. The goalie market will be interesting. Yeah, especially since so many people are looking for goalies right now. It's going to be interesting this offseason. I think the Blues will shop Tarasenko again, you think, Richard? Do you really think they're going to shop Tarasenko again? I'm not sure about that. And if they do, it's going to be at a much higher price this offseason because Tarasenko's been ripping it up. Richard, it's going to be interesting. And congrats on Nick Leddy. Although you gave up quite a lot for Nick Leddy. Interesting trade there. It's taking a toll on them. Not really, Joe. Hey, I'm Panda and Flower fan. They both play short in Chicago. Hey, Wendy, it's not the Chicago Flower fans that I'm talking about there. I think there's a master plan in action when Lou makes the move. People will go on loving Lou again. If the shit they put... Yeah, that's it, Miranda. It's so funny because, you know what, people... It's so funny. People will give so much crap to players, and then when they start playing good, they're like, oh, we love you, we're so happy that we have you, and I'm like, you were saying shit about them 24 hours ago, like, don't be turning around and going, oh, I love you. No, don't, like, here's a good example. Warm-ups before the Dallas Stars Islanders game. I was at warm-ups. I had my happy birthday Chara sign. You guys know I love Chara. And he loved my sign, by the way. He loved my sign and my poster. He threw me a puck, but I gave it to my the little kid next to me. I have enough Chara pucks. So I gave it to the little kid next to me, but I am not from Iraq. But this guy next to me, he was like, who's starting? Who's starting in net? And Varlamov came out first. And he goes, ugh! He's like, Varley's in net. We're done. We lost. Game's over. And I was looking at him like, how freaking dare you? Like, and so I said out loud, I made sure to say it very, very loud. I said, Varlamov's such a fantastic goaltender. I went, remember his Varley slide when we were in the ECF? Wasn't that amazing? Varley taking us to the ECF twice. Varley's so great, and he works his butt off for us day in and day out. He usually takes 40 saves a night. Varley's such an amazing, and look how many people want him at the trade deadline. I said this so loud just to put that in that guy's ear. Like, and guess what? Varley won that night. And then I see on Twitter, oh, Varley, you were so great tonight. Meanwhile, I see these people shitting on Varley like every other game when he loses because of the team. not playing in front of him. And they're like, Varley's so bad, we have to get rid of him at the trade deadline. He's so bad, it needs to happen. And then that night they're like, oh, Varley, we're so happy we have you. Pick how you feel about him. Richard says, I honestly wanted Chara. Well, a lot of people don't. So that Tarasenko said he still wanted to be traded. Hey, if we could get Tarasenko too, if we could get Forsberg and Tarasenko, even though that's probably not in cap reality, totally not going to happen unless Lou does something catastrophic. Holy crap. Yeah. Hey, what's up? By the way, I saw Michael Irish. Hey, what is up? Good to see you. I saw a name pop up and I have to address it. I was just telling a story and I got really into it. Am I seeing things? I saw Gary. I think I saw Gary in here. If I saw Gary, hi. Good to see you. Oh, I'm sorry if I missed your comment. Oh, there it is. Hi, happy for you. Z is staying around. How do you think the Rangers did? Here's the thing. Rangers did well today. Rangers did really well today. If you want my honest opinion about it, they did really well today. Am I pissed about it? Yeah. I am pissed about it, but we'll see how those, how that all works out. How is that going to blend? We'll take a lookie. Got some defensive pickups I saw. I don't know about Cagliano, though. I'm not sure about Cagliano, how that's going to work out. Hey, Michael Irish, I appreciate it. But yeah, no, I don't know about that one. Vegas lost 3-0. Oh. The Varley haters do love Sorokin Roman, by the way. Yeah, it's very like when it was Fleury Leonard. It's very like that. Boston didn't do too bad either. Yeah, no, Boston didn't do bad either. They didn't do too... The only two teams that didn't trade were us and the Sabres. And the Sabres traded earlier in the week. We were, like, the only team who, like, did just straight out just didn't make a trade. Yeah, no, the Rangers are contending now. And the Rangers, though, Joe, the thing about the Rangers was it was a matter of when they were going to blossom. It really wasn't like, oh, this is their timetable. It really was a matter of just when. It could have taken a few years. It could have happened now, and it happened to happen now. I saw it coming, though. Who would I love to trade? I'm gonna make so many people mad. Josh Bailey. Yeah. Here's the thing about Josh Bailey, and I've said it for years. He's just inconsistent. You know what? The thing, I have so much respect for Josh Bailey, his loyalty to the organization, what he's brought. The thing about Josh Bailey, though, is just his inconsistency. He's brought so much inconsistency to the team. Sometimes he looks like a lost puppy out there, and then sometimes he's just whacking in goals. Like, I don't understand Josh Bailey. I don't understand it. I don't know if it's just him responding to coach. I don't know. It's just every single year. I don't know. Like, I've been watching him, and he looks like a lost puppy on the ice sometimes. He's just standing there, and I'm like, is he lost? Does he know how to play hockey? You'll take Bailey in Chicago? Hey, Windy City, you want to talk? It's just tough. I feel like he would get a good return. I mean, he's a first, second liner. But it's just tough. The problem with Josh Bailey is he's inconsistent. Very inconsistent. That's my tough part about him. And by the way, a lot of Blues fans wanted me to break down Nick Leddy. So Nick Leddy, here's my pros and cons of Nick Leddy when we had him on the Islanders. He was actually a D-man I never really loved. Nick Leddy, was great at getting the puck into the O zone. He's great about getting the puck in a stick and driving into the O zone. He loves taking the puck up into the zone. He loves doing that. So if you want a guy who you want, to get it past the opposing team's blue line, he's your man. He loves getting it into the zone and driving in. So that's one thing that's great about Nick Leddy, and he's a dependable D-man. I just personally, I think he really, he blends well with whoever he's working with. He used to play on a line with Johnny Boychuk. If that gives you a theme of the type of defenseman he was, he wasn't dependable. The thing that annoyed me most about Nick Leddy, though, as much as he loved moving the puck into the O zone, when we set up in the zone, when we were finally set up in the O zone, when we would pass to him at the blue line, more than 50% of the time, he would flub it and make us have to reset and have to get into the zone again, which is a huge Islanders problem to begin with. How many times Nick Leddy missed the puck at the blue line and we'd have to reset? And I'm like, of course it was Leddy. Like, it was always Nick Leddy. That's the only problem I have with him, is just his puck, like, receiving a pass for him was just always difficult. But he got to see a heart attack in the D zone. Thank you for the glasses comment, Miles. Yeah, Ricky. Hey, what's up? Big simpin'. What's up, Rocha? Nick Leddy is the complete opposite of what they needed. Needed someone to clear the crease and play next to Pareko. Who knows? Maybe it works. Yeah, no. Yeah, if they needed someone who is like a deeper D-man, he's not really too much of a deep D-man. Get rid of your fourth line. He said get rid or your fourth line. Good. Honestly, if there's a weak link to the fourth line, it's Matt Martin. Casey Cizikas, talk about taking it on the chin. For those of you who don't know, he took a slap shot to the face the other game. It was nuts. He's an amazing PKer. Casey Cizikas is not only just an amazing forward, he loves crashing the O-zone. He's an amazing penalty killer. And not only that, so is Clutterbuck. A lot of people don't know that about Clutter. He's great on the PK, too. Clutterbuck's a great PKer. He's a special teams guy. And also, he is just as good at crashing the O-zone with Casey Cizikas. They know where each other are. They've had that great line chemistry, but honestly, like, Clutterbuck is just so underrated, I feel, in my opinion. And that's why Sakic wanted him. Sakic saw that. He saw that in Cal Clutterbuck. I mean, there was one moment where, just getting in the blue line, he was stuck against the boards against someone, got it on his stick. Casey was crashing. He saw Casey driving up and made a quick little backwards pass behind him just to get it to Casey to come up. Like, there's so many times where Cal Clutterbuck's plays are just not, you don't notice how important he sets up plays. Yeah, exactly. Like, Gary, Mr. Sunshine, I would take Cal Clutterbuck in a minute. Like, exactly. It's just, some people don't realize, if there's a weak fourth link, sometimes it's Matt Martin. He brings physicality. He brings sometimes, but I just wish he could do more on the puck. That's the only thing. If, like, Matt Martin's out, I'm not too upset. The only thing Matt Martin brings to that fourth line is the chemistry, where they are able to find each other very easily, and it flows. As I've been watching the games, they put in Ross Johnston sometimes, or they just had Bellows in for Cal Clutterbuck. You can tell when one of them is out, that fourth line doesn't flow. And it's very hard to watch, actually. But when you put them back together, it's really difference making. It flows. It's such a different flow to it. And that's why it's just like, I don't mind keeping Cal Clutterbuck. And people are just, oh, the sky is falling. But even Cal has been relentless on the forecheck. He's been fantastic on the forecheck, in my opinion. He's been playing hurt. Like, people don't even understand that too. Like, Cal Clutterbuck's been playing hurt, and he's still been like killing it. Rocha, most likely not. Very much not, honestly. I think it's like a 1% chance we make it, and that's if we just go on an insane win streak. So yeah, Rocha, not this year. Martin is very old now. Do I like any other sports? I like baseball and I like football. Hey, just joined. How's your day going? Hi, Sports Center. How was Philly? Yeah, I'll talk about Philly a little bit. Went to the Philly game yesterday. It was interesting. I got into it a little bit with one Philly fan, but just de-escalated the situation. A few drinks were involved there. They were adamant about telling my friend and I that the island, they said, well, at least I know where my team's from. And we were like, what? And they're like, yeah, you're from New Jersey. Have fun going back to New Jersey. We were like, we're the New York Islanders. And she's like, yeah, no, you're the New Jersey. And we're like, okay, let's just keep walking. But honestly, one fan doesn't account for all of them. And it was just like after they won too, and she was like mad, but whatever. But honestly, we had a good time. The fans in front of us were really fun. There was one guy though. There was a guy sitting a few rows in front of us. Yeah, I know. I couldn't even tell you what the hell. But there was a guy sitting a few rows in front of us after Philly scored their second goal of the night. Thank you to the referees. After Philly scored their second goal of the night, one of this guy in front of us turned around to the booster club, and he was like, yeah. He's like making, I don't know, I was just looking at him like, oh, look, whatever. He sits down, he has basketball on his phone, and he goes and watches the basketball game on his phone. I'm like, you're not even watching, bro. You just got up to celebrate the goal. What are you coming making fun of us when you're not even watching? I was like, do I take a picture of this? No one's gonna believe me. And they're like, nah, don't take a picture. Dude was watching basketball on his phone. I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, no, they had cool smoothies. What I loved about Philly, the food. They had great food there. They had fresh popcorn. I think they were Ricky, that's what I was thinking of too, is that they got the football teams and the hockey teams mixed up. But here's my problem. You're at a hockey game. How do you mix that up? Do you imagine paying that much money to watch basketball on your phone? Zane, tell me about it. I'm guessing he was brought, but why make fun of us and like go like, oh yeah, Flyers, when you're not even watching the game? Matthew Joseph and his cinder block hands are gone. I can see you're not a fan of Matthew Joseph, Najee. I guess you liked that trade. I saw a lot of people weren't too happy with that trade. I thought they liked Matthew Joseph. But yeah, no, but their food, they had fresh popcorn, like freshly popped popcorn. And that's such a rarity nowadays. Every event you go to, it's all pre-made popcorn and things like that. They had freshly popped popcorn. It was weird. Like, it felt like I was kind of at a baseball game. They had ushers going around like cotton candy, yeah, cotton candy, like, yeah, no, it's not stale. It's fresh, Ricky. It's all fresh. And I was shocked. I was like, wow. Like, they had ushers going around with, like kind of like at baseball games that you see, like, with people that, like, frozen drinks. They had everything you can make of. My friends got, like, pretzels with dipped in cheese. There were frozen drinks. They got, like, smoothies and things like that. It was nuts, the amount of options. There were so many options. But Wendy, it wasn't pre-made. This popcorn, they had it right on the counter, popping right in front of you on the counter. Perfectly popping right on the counter, right in front of you. And you knew it was fresh. And it was like at the movie theater, you know, like they have the movie theater, they have like the machine. That's what they had at Philly. And it was wonderful. It had that old, it honestly gave me nostalgia. When I used to walk into Nassau Coliseum as a kid, and my Islanders fans, you'll know about this if you know, early 2000s. When you used to walk into Nassau Coliseum and smell the fresh popcorn. It was wonderful. Will I ever go to Philadelphia again? If I can, yeah. I wouldn't mind. I absolutely wouldn't mind. One thing that was different from when I went the first time, their scoreboard. Oh man, is it different. And I'm gonna say, I'm not a fan of the Philadelphia scoreboard. I'm sorry, Philly fans. So where we were sitting directly behind the net where the Islanders shot twice. And so how the Philadelphia scoreboard is. Here, I was going to show you this after, but, so this is how the scoreboard is. If I took these two things, this is how the scoreboard is, angled. So, this is how it's bent. Yeah, they changed the Jumbotron. So, like, this is how the scoreboard's bent. So this is bent. So this is the side. Okay? This is one side of the scoreboard. And then on this side, it's just a tiny triangle. It's a tiny triangle towards behind the net. That's the best way I can describe it. So if you can imagine that, the bottom and the top are the triangles, and those triangles are just screens for behind the net on both sides. And then before the periods, they have little tiny screens that drop down and they shoot fire. You can actually, like, feel the fire. They actually have, like, these little tiny scoreboards, like, lights that drop down around the scoreboard and they shoot fire. I have a picture. I took a picture. Hold on. I'll show you. Hold on. Because I inadvertently took a picture of the scoreboard. Here you go. You see, I'm on the side that has the triangle. See, this is the side. And then you see right here, it's bent. It goes like around. This is the bent part. Yeah, the Wells Fargo-tron, yeah. So, personally, I didn't like it. If you're behind the net on my side, you don't get that full big experience. You kind of get gypped. Meanwhile, if you sit on the sides, you get that full big scoreboard. But it kind of rips off the left and right. I don't know why it does. It really rips off the left and right sides behind the netting. So we were like, well, that kind of stinks. The Colorado scoreboard was actually very nice. It was very big. You can see it on all sides. It was very big and very visible. But yeah, you could see it. You could see it very well. Yeah, Colorado. I'll be having that video up. I know Colorado was immensely fun. I had such a great time. Everyone in Colorado was so sweet. Even the ushers, like, the ushers in Philadelphia were just as nice too. I can't complain about the ushers, the security there. They do their jobs too. Like, I was trying to go back to my seat, and obviously I know hockey etiquette. You do not go back to your seat during play. You wait till a whistle. But they make sure that you stop before you're allowed to go back to your seat in both arenas, which I really appreciate that the ushers do their job. Double scoreboard is huge. Yeah, I've been to Prudential Center my fair share of times, but yeah, no, I've been. They kind of need a big scoreboard because it's pretty big, it goes high up. So, but yeah, I've been to Prudential. I'm actually going to Prudential Center April 3rd to watch the Islanders versus Devils. My friends and I are going down that game. Yeah, no, Vegas is looking to... They're going to get bumped. It looks like they're going to get bumped. It's not looking good for them. What I like, though, is that Vegas, you know, it's kind of evil. But they were blaming their losses on Leonard. And they were going, oh, this wouldn't have happened if we had Fleury. Now Bersoisen, they're still losing. Maybe it's not the goalies. Okay. I'm sorry. Anything with Robin Leonard, you know I protect my boy. Anything with Robin Leonard, I protect Robin. You guys know Robin is number one. Like, how many of you, do you guys know about this? My awesome friend Danielle gave this to me. My Robin blanket. The day I sent this to my... I got my Robin Leonard blanket. Hold on. It's really comfy, too. Yeah, Vegas is not scoring. Well, they're not helping out their goaltender. But yeah, anything with Robin Leonard. You guys know I'm all there for it. So I got my Robin Leonard blanket, my Robin Leonard jerseys. You can't even see the Swedish one over here. Leonard doesn't seem to last long anywhere. Why is that? Ugh. Well, it just turned out to be... Well, with the Sabres, he was going through a tough time in his life, personally. With the Islanders, it just turned into a contract situation. With Chicago, he got traded. And then with Vegas, he's been there for a while now. So show us the Swede jersey. Hold on. There it is. Do you want me to grab it? I'll grab it. My awesome boyfriend got it for me. He's sweet. Hold on. My boyfriend got it for me as a birthday present. He's awesome. Was it birthday or Christmas? I can't remember, but he knows my loves. But yeah, here's the Swedish. It's a World Cup of Hockey jersey. So he was 41 in this tournament. So this is the Swedish. It has the patch of the World Cup of Hockey on it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah. It's 2016. If it ticked off Bowman, good. Whatever. Oh, there we go. Nice. I would love to wear that jersey to support him next year. But sadly, he's hurt right now. Sucks. I'm curious who had 40 during the Swedish team. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, he took 41. He's usually number 40, as you guys can see. He's usually number 40. Obviously, on Vegas, he took number 90. Brock Nelson is so good. Yeah, if we're going to talk about another person who's really underrated, and I'm glad is underrated and is under the radar, let's talk about Brock Nelson. Top leading goal scorer for the New York Islanders right now. And right now is at a personal all-time high with, I believe, 27 or 28 goals right now. Just completed a hat-trick against the Dallas Stars. His fourth one of his career. He has been off the charts with goal scoring this season. He has been wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And I'm loving it. And he's someone, like I said, he's like our diamond in the rough. I'm so glad more people don't notice Brock Nelson, because he's like our, I'll keep you my dirty little secret. Because, honestly, he's been wonderful. Barzell Barzell, here's the thing about Barzell. He loves to be the playmaker, but not the goal scorer. He likes being a playmaker. And, you know, it's been tough with losing Everly because we've been trying to find the right creation for him. We've been trying to find the right line mates for him. So far with Wahlstrom and Parise, it's been interesting, but I don't know if it's the right mix. It's been interesting though. It's we're trying to see what's gonna work with him, what's gonna make him, what's gonna make him bring up and, have him produce. But yeah, he has been too fantastic. My friend, it was so funny. Someone at the Philly game, I thought this was so funny, next to me, said, "Here we go, Disney on Ice," because all Matt Barzell does is just skate around everyone, and what he called it Disney on Ice, and I started laughing so hard because honestly, he's not wrong. He called Matt Barzell skating around everyone Disney on Ice, and I went, you know what? Facts. Yeah, Lee's 6-game goal streak was epic. That's my captain, baby. And he got his first hat-trick, guys. Anders Lee finally gets his first hat-trick ever. Finally. Oh, that felt so good to see. I got to see that in person, and someone had a hat that they didn't care about, and I got to throw my first hat ever for a hat-trick, and it was for my captain. And that felt so amazing. Oh, that was such a night to be there. And I had Anders Lee on fantasy, so that felt good too. Do you think Barzell is too fast for his line mates? Well, Ricky, we put him with fast line mates. We put him with Zach Parise and Oliver Wahlstrom, both whom of which are very fast and are very, they always are on the move. So it's interesting, to see what they've been able to do. On their first shift together, they scored. But as of late, they haven't done much. Windy City, I would love those jerseys. And I was close to getting a Binghamton Senators jersey of Leonard's, which was game worn. But the guy wanted $1,000 for it, which I was not willing to do. Can't spell Islanders without Anders, damn right. Dobson, Pellick, Sorokin, Parise, and Nelson good this season. Rest up in E. Yeah, I feel that. Pellick's had bad moments too, though. He's had some bad moments, but for the most part, Pellick's been pretty. You know what? Since Prince Chicken Wings, Pullock's been pretty good too. People discount Pullock because he was hurt this season, but since coming back, Pullock's been pretty good. I was legitimately about to throw a hat on the ice for Palmer. Oh my god, he got robbed by Gibson. Oh, that was so evil. Can we just talk about the fact that he looked at Gibson and he goes, "Are you kidding me, John?" Honestly, that was evil. Do I have signed Leonard stuff? Yes, I do. The Islanders jersey is signed by him in person. The Islanders jersey, you just can't see it. It is signed by him on the number 4. I guess if you, zoom in, the number 4 is signed. Yeah, the Gibson save was nuts. Have you been looking at mock drafts yet? I have not, Ricky. Devon Taves was a robbery of a trade by Joe Sakic. Oh, well, you know what, Joe? Yeah, now that we look at it, yeah, it was a robbery. But at the time, this is where we go at the time. At the time, Devon Taves wasn't up to the, performance, obviously, that he is now. And I got to meet Devon Taves again, guys. I actually got to meet Devon Taves again. I got to say hi and tell him that we missed him here on Long Island, and he was so sweet. He was so sweet. I can't even with Devon Taves. He's so sweet. I told him, he talked to me. He was like, yeah, I spent some time with, he was like, yeah, I had a dinner with some of the Islanders. We had some dinner together. They met the baby for the first time. He was so chill with talking with me. Absolutely amazing to just chill with. He stopped just for me. Because my friend Taylor, what happened was, because we were waiting for the players, she goes, "Devon, there's an Islanders fan just here to see you. She came all the way from Long Island." And he stopped. He did stop. He went to his car and he did stop for us. And he was just the sweetest human being on the planet. Uh, he was with McDermott. I have a list of the Avs players I met that day. The Avalanche players that I met that day were Newhook, Eric Johnson, Joe Sakic, funny enough, Jack Johnson, Andrei Burakovsky, Nazem Kadri, Devon Taves, Curtis McDermott, Cale Makar, Kubel, and Nichushkin. That's all the Avs players I met that day. I have my signed stick right over there. I had a stick I bought from the store. Because those of you who don't know, I buy a mini stick from every arena that I go to as a memento. And they all signed it. And it's awesome. Oh, Ricky, yes he did. He kind of did. He had his moments, obviously. But honestly, losing Taves sucked. Ricky. Honestly, when we lost Taves, I said first that I wish it was Letty. Honestly. Well, Prince, I'm just putting Pulick in because as of what I've seen, he's been pretty good. Wish you could get your Bossy jersey signed, yeah. Just, what made Devon Taves leave for 2 seconds? One was, like, his contract. It was for cap space. And 2 was because he had a bad playoffs. Devon Taves had a bad playoffs with us, especially against the Lightning. And that's why that happened. But yeah. But yeah, that day was awesome. And Alex Newhook, so funny. When I met Alex Newhook, of course, I don't know how many of you recognize this. How many times you see them walking in, and they don't wear socks. And Alex Newhook, he was in a suit, and he was wearing no socks. And I went, Alex, where the hell? I was like, where are the socks? And Alex was like, no. He's like, no socks. I'm like, but it's so much more comfy. And he's like, no. He's like, we don't wear socks. We don't do that. I'm like, Newhook, you need to wear socks. Oh, it's so funny. It's the 3rd jersey game for the Devils. 3rd jersey game? Like, in New Jersey? Yeah, Prince Chicken. It was sometimes bad. And it was so funny. I finally got to tell Devon Taves that I met his father-in-law at an Islanders Devils game. I went to New Jersey for, like, we're just talking about the Prudential Center. I went to New Jersey for a game, and I was standing there talking with this guy, like, no idea who he was, just talking. And he goes, by the way, like, I'm Devon Taves' future father-in-law. It was before he was married. And I was like, oh, well, congratulations to your daughter. Like, he was like, oh, thank you. And I was like, oh, so you're, like, here to watch him play? He was like, yeah, you know. And he's like, so we were just talking. He was such a sweet guy. And during warm-ups, when they were shooting, he was like, watch, he won't look at me. He's too scared. I started dying, and I told Devon, and he started laughing. He goes, yeah, he used to come to a lot of my games. He was like, yeah, that sounds like him. It was, like, again, Devon Taves, I miss him. He's just a sweetheart. Avs fans, treat him nicely. Live free, no socks. Oh, Devils are wearing their jerseys. Ah, gotcha. They're wearing the ugly jerseys. Gotcha. I don't know who the hell thought that was going to be a good idea. Have they changed the warm-up situation at UBS at the Stars game? No, they have not yet. That's something that's going to take a while, but hopefully they will fix it. NHL Culture is having a reverse retro jersey for the Vegas Golden Knights. How do you have a reverse retro for Vegas? How does that work? I guess they're just coming up with a cool new design for Vegas. I mean, that's all you can do. How do you do a reverse retro for Vegas? Ooh. The jerseys are a ripoff of the Blackhawks Winter Classic. Just in general, like, they don't look good. Like, some teams can pull off, like, a black look. Like, the Dallas jerseys, the black with the green neon. Oh. I wish I was a Dallas fan. Like, I wish I liked a Dallas Stars player, because those jerseys are sexy. I love those Dallas jerseys, the black with the green neon. Mwah. But these black jersey ones, ugh. The Devils jersey looks like an uglier version of the Islanders Brooklyn. Yes, Prince Chicken Wings. You took it right from my lips. Exactly what I wanted to say. They look like the ugly, stupid Brooklyn Islanders jerseys. Our 2004 Stanley Cup jerseys need a return in some way. Najee, your team's pushing hard for another Stanley Cup too. Oh my god, I've already been talking for an hour 5. I didn't even know. Flew by. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive. I really do appreciate you all. Every single week. And I'm sorry this is on a Monday. Yesterday, I got up at 6 in the morning to be at the Islanders practice rink by 8 a.m. Because we were leaving by 8:30 to get to Philadelphia. Got to Philadelphia at 11. The game was at 2. Then left the game around like 5:40, 50-ish. Hit New York traffic. I got home at 8:30. So I went a full 12 hours. So I got home around 8:30 and I just crashed at 9 o'clock. I went to sleep at 9 o'clock last night. I passed out. Honestly, I'm a little bit tired now. But I passed out last night. I was so exhausted. I wouldn't have been able to stay up and do a podcast for you guys. I would have been like, like, that would have been me last night, like, honestly. You wouldn't have had a podcast. That would have been death. I would have been gone. I would have fallen asleep on camera, and then we would have had a 16-hour show of me just... It was a long day. I couldn't even sleep on the bus. There was no way. Like, the way my neck, like, I had, like, the only way I could, like, rest my neck was, like, putting it backwards like this. And I after a while, I was like, ow. I didn't have a neck pillow or anything like that. I was like, yeah, that's not happening. So I couldn't even sleep on the bus. So I have I don't know how many of you guys played, like, PlayStation. I had Journey on my phone, so I just played that. But yeah, any last minute questions before I end this? We know at least one of the reverse retro jerseys last year, the Saber Go Ahead. I didn't know they released that. Okay. The old school Sabres one. Okay. By the way, the Islanders 50th season logo, the golden 50 with the Islander symbol in it, I like it. A lot of people were shitting on it, and I was like, I like the Islanders 50th season logo. I really do like. I really like it. You know, I liked it, Islanders fans. So sorry. Thomas, I appreciate it, but yeah, I don't do much. Najee, damn. You don't think you're gonna three-peat? I like it. I think it's classy. It's beautiful, golden. I think it's good. I think it looks beautiful. It looks exactly what I thought it would look like. I don't know what people were expecting. I don't know. I feel like they may release... I don't think they will. I don't think so. Any last minute questions? Anything about Leonard? You know I got that. I'm kidding. Huh, Najee, I'm surprised by that. The Islanders 50th logo is better than the fish sticks. Oh, any day. What trade today do you think was the most important one? Oh, damn. The most exciting and cool to me, I mean, there's always anything with Marc-Andre Fleury. Fleury is free. But yeah, Fleury to Minnesota, it definitely is interesting. It's definitely interesting. Today, that Lankinen trade to the Avs was definitely interesting. The Avs did a lot too today. A lot of people, put the Avs under the radar today, but they did a lot of trades today too. That I think the Avs did a really good job today too. The Avs are scary, in my opinion, very scary. They're a team to look out for. Can the Leafs look out for the first round? That's a question for the Leafs. Can they not choke? Raquel to the Pens. Yeah. Wings be realistic at least. Leafs got a good one. Can't remember his name. I said the flower is gone since he was a jersey. I got his jersey from him. You know what, Windy City, even though he's gone, you still have that memento that he was on your team. Only for a short time, and that's okay. Like, even Leonard was only here for a year, my dude. And it's still my favorite jersey. Ever. Like, just because he's gone doesn't mean you don't have to love it. You can still wear it. Aw, Zane, I'm sorry. I guess I didn't hear you. I have the hearing of... God, I have the most horrible hearing. Zane, most of the time at the games, I'm thinking to myself, and I get lost in my own thoughts, and I hear nothing. So, yeah, you probably have to come up and shake me, like, honestly, like... I get lost in my own thoughts at games, and I don't hear anything. So don't take it personally, Zane, if you tried to call for me and I didn't hear you. It's not personal. I'm just lost in my own thoughts. I didn't know you wore glasses, says Steven. Yes, I am blind. I'm very blind. Yeah, no, I wear contacts most of the time, but I give my eyes a break by wearing glasses to oxygenate my eyes. Yeah, so usually I'll pop in, like, the contacts for the podcast, but just tonight I decided just to leave my glasses on. Hopefully not scaring you guys. I hate wearing glasses. I honestly don't. Oilers competing with the best team in the NHL. How could anyone wear contacts? A lot of people do. You just don't realize it, Ricklepick. This is a deep one. The seizures have stayed away. Jay, about 2 weeks ago, I had a full grand mal seizure in my room. Ambulance called, and I went to the hospital. But other than that, I've been okay. Yeah. I've had a bruise on my ankle, actually. I think it's gone away now. Yeah, it finally went away. I had a bruise for weeks on my ankle. Maybe it was longer than 2 weeks ago, actually, now. But yeah, no, it's gone away, actually. No more bruise on my ankle. But yeah, from the seizure, I had, like, bruises on my body. I woke up, the last thing I remember is, like, I felt weird. The next thing I knew, I was waking up over in the other room with paramedics standing over me. Like, it was weird. I couldn't tell you, but my parents found me, luckily, and, helped me. Because, I got sick. And when you get sick during a seizure, you can choke on your own vomit. So luckily they propped me up, so I didn't have that problem. But yeah, nah, I'm okay now. But yeah, I don't mind talking about it. I don't mind talking about it. If you talk about it, then it's not as taboo, if you get my drift. And I appreciate it, Najee. I appreciate you asking. If you talk about something, the less taboo it becomes. Open up the conversations. Talk about something. Talk about how you're feeling. Talk about, what you're going through. Because, we stray away from topics. And then they become taboo. They become things you don't talk about. They become things that, that's something that's weird. But when you talk about them more, it becomes less weird. It becomes a less scary conversation. Open it up, like, show that it's okay to talk about these things, and that and that brings confidence. I want to open up that conversation to people who deal with this. So they're less scared to open up about it and talk to whoever they need to talk to, their parents, a trusted friend, a trusted relative, someone that they trust. And that's the most important part, because I couldn't imagine doing this alone by myself. And I actually got a t-shirt. It's a little crumpled because I just wore it. So excuse me that it's all crumpled. I wear purple for epilepsy. And I wore this around too, to try to get some awareness for epilepsy. So yeah, purple is the color for epilepsy. So I try to wear this around to just spread some awareness for it. I had a sickle cell crisis, Najee. That is, I know how bad sickle cell anemia is. I'm so sorry. Severe pain close to my stomach. So I couldn't really stand and walk. Oh, Najee, I know about sickle cell. I'm so sorry you go through that. I feel you, Najee. I know, learning it in school, I understand exactly what you're going through, and I'm so sorry you deal with that. My love to you, Najee. Any more last minute questions before I wrap this up? Am I dating? Yes. I've been dating someone for 6 years. It's cool. Purple is your favorite color. Hey, aside from blue and orange. Hey, let's go. Purple is actually my mom's favorite color. Fun fact. If the conversation isn't happening, it's okay for you to start it. Always. Exactly. And you know what? You guys always know who gave me the confidence to start my conversations? This guy. Always this guy. Who's winning the cup? Avalanche. For my friend Taylor. Avalanche. I have physical health issues. Of mine I don't have physical issues, have been mental, and that's okay, darkness. That's absolutely fine. I understand. I had COVID about a year ago. Oh, Zane ended up in hospital. It was really bad. Zane, well, I'm glad you're okay now. Oh, I'm glad you battled through it. Will you be on TJ and the Grumpy Old Man again? Jimmy, I'm not sure. I listened to a bit of their pod earlier. Of course, they were going off. That's what they do. But none. They haven't reached out. But yeah, I think that's it for tonight. It's been a long one tonight. I've done a long pod, and I was glad to bring back the Snapple fact. I finally remembered a Snapple for you guys. It's been a long time since I've had one, but I did not forget for you guys. I got the Snapple fact of the day. So we brought the Snapple back. We had a nice long chat. That's what you gotta do. We gotta just talk it out, honestly. It's what we gotta do. But again, I appreciate you guys joining. Always, guys. Number 92. Holy moly. But again, I appreciate everyone who joins every single week. I appreciate talking with you guys all the time. Whoever wanted the Leonard Wall, I hope you enjoyed doing this podcast in front of the Leonard Wall this week. I don't usually do it in front of my Leonard Wall, but you really wanted it, so there you go. Avs are about to lose it. Of course they are. Because I called them to win the Stanley Cup, but hey, a game does not mean playoffs, so they're pretty secure in their playoff spot, so. But good night, and God bless Najee. I hope you feel better. Good night, guys. Whoa. Before I forget, put in your chat your favorite team. Put in your favorite team. Let's go Islanders, let's go Rangers, let's go whatever. Because your teams would not be who they are without your fandom. You guys know this. Put in your favorite teams in the chat before I forget. I'm such a dummy. I love seeing all the love for your favorite teams. That's the most important part of hockey, is your love and passion and your fandom for your team. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I almost forgot. I'm such a dummy. There we go. I love seeing it all. Thank you so much. Have a great night, guys.